Diddy Kong Racing number 2, Banjo Threeie. G'day everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel, Nintendo Down Under. These games are absolutely a possibility now. We'll get stuck into that just a sec, but if you like what you see, please give the channel a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. So let me take you back to November 1997. Many a racing game has tried to compete with Mario Kart, but very few of them have pulled it off. With such pizzazz, Rareware gave Diddy Kong Racing a personal touch that helped it stand out to the next likes of Mario Kart with 3 vehicles and most importantly an adventure mode. After having chosen from one of the 8 available characters plus 2 hidden, the player must explore the island by kart, hovercraft or aeroplane in search of 4 worlds, each with 4 tracks and a boss race. The main goal is to get all the golden balloons, mainly by coming first in races, which allow you to unlock doors to new races. The solo mode, which is relatively long and tough, makes up most of the game. The game's plot. Timber, the tiger's parents, go on holiday and leave their son in charge of the island they live on, leaving him and his friends to organise a race. Their enjoyment is interrupted when a sinister intergalactic pig wizard named Wizpig arrives at Timber's island and attempts to take it over after conquering his own planet's racetracks. Timber then hires a team of 8 racers: Diddy Kong the first recruit, Conker the squirrel and Banjo the bear, recruited by Diddy, Crunch the Kremling, Diddy's enemy, who follows after him, and Tip Top the turtle, TT the stopwatch, Pipsy the mouse and Bumper the badger, inhabitants of Timber's island. Diddy Kong Racing was revealed to the public barely 3 months before the release date. Such was the buzz that no less than 800,000 copies were ordered within the 2 weeks leading up to Christmas, making it the fastest selling game of its time and earning a place in the Guinness Book of World Records. Banjo Kazooie was released in 1998 for the Nintendo 64, re-released in 2008 for the Xbox 360 via Xbox Live Arcade, and will be available on the Nintendo Switch via Nintendo Switch Online. In a region called Spiral Mountain, Banjo's sister Tootie is kidnapped by Gruntilda the Witch, who wants to steal Tootie's beauty for herself, and Banjo and Kazooie must save her. The goal is to progress through Gruntilda's lair and the various worlds within it, collect items such as gold jigsaw pieces and music notes that allow Banjo and Kazooie to progress through their quest and defeat Gruntilda. The game has a central focus on 3D platforming challenges in conjunction with action-adventure game elements as well as a large variety of puzzles. 2 years later we got Banjo Tooie. Banjo Tooie was released in 2000 for the Nintendo 64 and was re-released in 2009 for the Xbox 360 via Xbox Live Arcade. 2 years after Banjo and Kazooie defeat Gruntilda in the game's predecessor, 2 of her sisters arrive and free her from beneath the boulder. Now reduced to a skeleton, Gruntilda plans to drain the life energy from the entirety of the game's hub world, the Isle of Hags, to restore herself to normal, leaving Banjo and Kazooie to stop her plans. Banjo Tooie is controversially for being significantly harder than the first game in that besides tougher obstacles and platforming challenges, it places a higher emphasis on puzzle solving and backtracking, often requiring the player to revisit previous worlds to complete them. Many features not included in the previous game appear, including improved graphics and controls and a 4-player multiplayer mode. Banjo Kazooie on the Nintendo 64 sold 3.6 million copies at 10th best-selling game of all time on the Nintendo 64, where Banjo Tooie came at 14th at 3 million copies sold worldwide also. So now we've caught up on the history of those great games. Let's start off with Diddy Kong Racing number 2. Not a Diddy Kong DS, a proper Diddy Kong Racing number 2. Diddy Kong Racing, such an amazing game. If you're watching this video, then you agree because you like Diddy Kong and you want to see, can we get another one, that you agree the game was amazing. But it did lack in a few areas where it can be improved. If we get a new Diddy Kong Racing game, a brand new one, then they can definitely expand on the items. In Mario Kart 64, when you hit a question mark box, you get a variety of different items you might get. In Diddy Kong Racing, a little bit lackluster there. If you hit the green balloon, you'll get, you know, the sludge oil or a mine. If you hit the blue balloon, you'll get a boost. If you hit the red balloon, you'll get a missile. You can upgrade those things if you hit the same balloon over and over again, but you know exactly what you get, and it sort of lacks in the variety of items that they can do. So that's something that they will have to expand on, improve, add to for a new Diddy Kong Racing game. Let's look at the mechanics. The mechanics of the game, not perfect. Very good, and if you don't want to stick with the game, you want to pick it up and casually play it, it can be a little bit tedious to learn. Being a Diddy Kong Racing fan, I've picked up the mechanics and I can do okay with it, but if I'm playing with, say, some different people that haven't played the game before, it's very challenging for them, so the mechanics aren't perfect. They definitely can improve there. In terms of vehicle choice, that was a really good thing they did compared to, say, Mario Kart 64. You got your plane, you got your hovercraft, you got your car, but we can get some bikes, we get sort of different sort of boats, different sort of planes. They can sort of keep expanding on that because that was fantastic. Improve the roster. Instead of having the standard characters that we had, make sure they have to be there. The original characters have to be in the game, but expand on the characters, expand into their stories. Why is Timber on this island? Bumper, where's he from? Who does he know? Just add to that. Whizpig has to come back. Whizpig has to come back and terrorize those little creatures. You know, because it was a great enemy, really good storyline, really well thought out. There's definitely something there that made that game special, but they can definitely expand to make it even more special. I love the adventure mode, more collectibles, more keys, more trophies, more coins. That was really awesome. Very tedious and hard sometimes, don't get me wrong. Trying to win that race while collecting all those silver coins can be very challenging. Sometimes it can be rage quit, you can stop it, but it was a really good concept to get people to come back and keep playing, keep working, keep mastering the game. And what can I say about a new Banjo Kazooie game? People have been crying out in the community for a new Banjo Kazooie game for a long time. So I don't need to go into depth of why they should make it, because it's very simple. It is in high demand. When finally Banjo Kazooie was announced for Smash as a character you could play, that was the biggest Smash announcement. They did a big thing about that and everyone went hyped. Now that Banjo Kazooie is coming to the Nintendo Switch online via the Switch app 64, it's got people even more hyped. I've seen so many posts on Instagram, I've seen so many things on Facebook, so many people do videos on YouTube. It just shows the love for the bear and the bird chasing that witch is huge, and it is in demand. Now that Nintendo and Microsoft have worked out their issues and are coming closer together, this is such a reality that Banjo 3, that was rumored for years ago on the GameCube, can actually happen now, and they can do it. Xbox understands, sorry, Microsoft understands that Nintendo, they are not the rival, they are not the issue, it is Sony. So for Nintendo and Microsoft to come together and become stronger to take on Sony is only benefiting those companies. I think if there was a brand new Banjo Kazooie game, then it wouldn't come out on the Nintendo platform first. I think Xbox would say, yeah, we'll make a game, you can contribute, you can have it on your system, but because Rare belongs to us and we've been really good and giving you the IP for Banjo lately to use on your platforms, if we make a new game, we're going to get first dibs and you can come along a few months later, and I can really see that happening. As a massive Banjo Kazooie fan though, I don't own an Xbox, I've never owned an Xbox, I'm not interested in owning an Xbox, personally me, but if they brought out a new Banjo Kazooie game that was only available on the Xbox, did some sort of special edition, I would really have to consider, would I buy my first Xbox, or could I be patient and wait for a Banjo Kazooie game to eventually come on the Nintendo Switch a few months later? That would be a big decision. In terms of worlds, now this is where I want you guys to get involved right here, because we've seen snow worlds and desert worlds, we've seen witchy world, we've seen industrial world, we've gone to the dinosaurs, we've gone to the clouds, we've gone to the seaside. Where could Banjo Kazooie go next? What sort of worlds could they bring into a new game that we haven't seen before, that they haven't covered? I would love to see some creative ideas about that, so let me know in the comments down below, because you know, they really could explore so many different possibilities, but in saying that, they have done lots of different worlds already, so what sort of things could they do? Diddy Kong Racing, a new game, and a new Banjo Threeie game, that's not going to happen tomorrow. That's not going to happen probably in the next 6 months. It will be a while, because when they decide, yep, we're going to make a new game, new games do take a while, but I think Diddy Kong Racing coming to the Switch is going to get the community that already love it hyped up and drag and bring so many people to it. A new Banjo game would go massive. It's just printing money for Microsoft, it's printing money for Nintendo. It would make sense, it would make a lot of people happy. So I'm sure, you know, in the background, a lot of people have already jotted some ideas down of what they could do. The composer, he's keen to make a new game. Rare have said that, I forget the guy's name. I've lost it, out of mind. The dude from Rare, he's Phil Spencer, I think it is. I think that's it. He's keen to make a new game. Sorry, that's a bit off script there. I could not think his bloody name. You know, far out. Could not believe I could not think of that guy's name. But anyway, there's so many people in the background that would say, yeah, if you want to do it, Microsoft, you want to give us a green light, bang, we'll go, we'll get this done. But in the comments down below, guys, you need to let me know, would you be keen to see a new Diddy Kong Racing #2, a true #2, come to the Nintendo Switch or Xbox, and a new Banjo 3 would get so many people hyped. I've done so many different Banjo Kazooie videos over my time on my channel because I have to. It's my passion. It's my favorite all-time game. Banjo Kazooie, I just love. So I will continue to make videos on this. I'll continue to bring any little snippet of breaking news when it comes to Banjo to you guys because that is what I love. If you watched my video a few weeks ago when Banjo Kazooie was announced Switch, I was in the car going effing stupid off my head because that's what those two characters in that game means to me. And Diddy Kong Racing, I love that game as well. So in the comments down below, would you be excited? Would you want to see it? Do you like these games? Love and seeing all of your feedback down below. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And until next time, take care.